Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be going through the front. Once again, we already did our back and 3/4 view. Now we're just going to do the front, which is actually going to be a lot easier because we already did many front views. So let's go ahead and do that. First, let's start off with our cranium, then our head. I would make it a little bit more squarish, or just more long and angular. Then once again, we just knock out our proportions. So from the nose down is our pit of the neck. One hand is our clavicle. One hand down, sternum. One hand out, rib cage, approximately. Then we can draw in our rib cage. And then afterwards, what we can do is we can divide this into a box. So one, and then just try to make an equally sized box. 2. Divide this in half. 3-finger gap, pelvis. Pretty simple, pretty quick. So I hope I have enough room for the side view, but anyways, if not, I'll just work on it on a different page. Let's make this guy, make this guy's arm more like this way. Well, actually, it won't. Then it will kind of clash with the other arm. I was thinking of maybe making this more bent so that we have more room to do the side view. But oh well. I think I'll decide that later. So here we have our leg. Approximately it will be about up to here. You can also use your other views as reference on where to place them. I'm making this guy's leg a little bit more weight, and this one is more relaxed. And once again, we can simplify this by just adding rectangles or flat shapes. So once we have our basic body blocked out, we can go ahead and maybe I will just make this more like relaxed. So one hand sticking out. We have our navel. Swing out, elbow, swing out, elbow. Pubic bone, swing out, hand. So now let's go ahead and just get started with the details, because we already have our basic block out. So of course we start off with the neck first. We have our sternocleidomastoid kind of going in. Here's our ears. Make sure it's nice and thick. And then here we have our trapezius, sort of like a trapezoid. Inner muscles. Here's our clavicle, which has a sort of thickness to it. And we have the bump on the outside. Deltoid, crossing over underneath the clavicle. Deltoid. Pectoralis. Because this is kind of split in the middle, you can just indicate where it's separated. Nipples. For the arm, bicep, going this way because it's facing us. Tricep. Same thing, bicep. Tricep. Forearm muscles. This guy has a more rotated, if his thumb is this way, that means it's rotated, so we have our arm kind of rotated this way, and then we have the other side going out. If the pinky is where the ulna is. So if you have this thumb kind of crossing over like this, that means the arm is rotated. If there's palms up, that means it is straight. I can add in the fingers here. Because this arm is more palms up, let me see, yeah, that's that way. We won't really see much of a rotation. Notice I'm simplifying my fingers. I'm not drawing the whole thing just because it takes too long, so I'm just going to be drawing in the index finger and the group of the what's it called? The middle finger and the ring finger. Alright, so let's see what this looks like so far. So far, so good. Here we have our lats kind of going outward, and then here in the middle we have our serratus muscles. And here with the sheath for our abdominal muscles, our middle line, our navel, obliques going out. If you want to kind of indicate it less, you can just add in some nice little bumps here and there, like so. So rather than making it something more like this, it's just more indicated. From here, we have our sartorius. Here we have our bump for the glutes. I wouldn't make it that wide actually, so it's actually a little bit smaller. Here's our tensor fascia in the front. And then here's our glutes. Here is our muscle group for the quads. Here's our sartorius, adductors. If you want to draw the package, go ahead. Here's the adductors. Here is an indication of where the quads are in relation to the side view of the leg. Here we have some fat pads going along, or not fat pads, kind of muscle area that kind of looks like a ball around the kneecap. So if you are confused right now and are just like, oh, well, this is going way too fast, don't worry. Just slow it down and just repeat it as many times as you want. When it comes to something simple like this, it generally goes pretty fast because, you know, you're not learning the whole entire anatomy. You're just kind of knowing where the muscles are placed. So it's normal for it to feel fast, even though it's simple. But rewatch this as many times as you want. It doesn't hurt to do that. So here we have the calf bulging out a little bit. If you think your legs are a little bit too short, go ahead and just shorten them. Here's the calf on this side. If you remember how to draw feet, it's the same thing. Hinge. I would say this is more towards the front. So here we have the front, which is our heel, and then it kind of squashes down at the front. For the side, divide into threes, if you can. Here we have the heel, here we have the foot, and here we have the big toe coming out. Here with the ankle. And there is our front view, all nice and done. So here we have the front, back, and the front, back, and 3/4 view. So let's go ahead and do our side view right after. I hope I have enough room. If not, I'll just add another page. But anyways, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.